Hi, hello, good morning. Like usual, I was gonna start off filming a nice ASMR drink video for you, but my AC turned on. So hold on a second. That's better. All right, let's continue. Well, hey babes, what is up? It's Haley and welcome back to my channel. You already know today's drink is in a to-go cup. I can't believe the day is finally here, you guys. Welcome officially to the first episode of the new house reno series. Oh my gosh, I'm like nervous and excited. There's so many emotions going through me right now. Erin and I are hoping to kind of move quickly with everything. So as you guys are keeping up with these vlogs, hopefully there's gonna be a lot of content going on throughout them. If you missed my last vlog, in that video I showed you an entire empty house tour, telling you a little bit of the ideas I have for the space. Our home is such a fixer-upper and practically nothing is gonna be staying. Today, our contractor gave us a mission. He said that you guys already need to start looking for samples of things that you want in the house so that we can pre-order everything and make sure everything comes on time. So I'm waiting for Erin to come home right now. We're gonna be heading on and getting pretty much two kinds of samples today. We're gonna be looking at floors and we're gonna be grabbing some samples for paint colors. Currently in this house, and many homes in Florida usually have tiles and porcelain floors. I personally am not the biggest fan, only because I feel like they kind of feel cold, a little bit museum-y. I really want this home to feel like very cozy and very Canada-like, which everybody in Canada has wood floors. And I mean, I just love the wood floor look, but we are keeping in mind because of the fact that we live in Florida, it gets very humid here. So wooden floors is typically not your ideal. What we're gonna be going for instead is a vinyl or luxury vinyl. This is actually something that is engineered to be, one, a lot cheaper, and two, it actually looks like authentic wood. So Erin and I are gonna be sampling a lot of different colors and tones and wooden green patterns to see which one we like best. And then once we're set on our floor color, we can go and start swatching some wall paints. Things are happening. It's all getting so exciting. And I already know that you guys are gonna love coming along for this whole journey. Perfect timing, looks like Erin pulled up. So let's head on our way to the floor store. Hi you guys, it's actually the next day. I'm still gonna take you shopping with me for all of the samples, but I completely forgot to show you what I wanna do with the spaces in general. Okay, so if you guys have been following along with even like my thrifting videos, you know how much like mood boards, inspiration photos, all that stuff is so important to me. Well, when it came to the house and redesigning, of course I got a lot of inspiration pictures, but I just had like so many little details that I wanted to like absolutely nail in these spaces, and I needed a place to kind of organize it all. So what I've been using is Millanote. It's a tool for organizing your creative ideas, and I'm currently using Millanote to organize my entire home renovation project. If you're a visual thinker like myself, you're gonna love Millanote so much because it allows you to organize your ideas in a way that makes sense to you. So let me show you guys what I have here. This is my main board, and slowly I'm like adding in new rooms that I want to decorate in the space. The two boards that I focus the most on right now are my kitchen and my living room, and I'm gonna take you guys through exactly how I put it all together, just so you can kind of see the vibe of what I'm looking to do here. So when you open it up, you start with a complete blank canvas. The only thing that I started with is the kitchen design plan that I got from our designer. But all of the finishes, all of the design elements, those were all up to me. So of course I had to start off by adding in a bunch of inspo pictures. I love gathering these from Pinterest, from Instagram. And what's so amazing about Millanote is that you've got all of these different sideboards that allow you to kind of drag things right into your visual board. I can add captions, I can add links, subheaders, notes and comments. And you can see slowly as I'm having my ideas and I'm adding it into this mood board, it really brings the entire overall kitchen project together. Okay, I know a lot of you guys wanted to know what kitchen cabinets we were going with. We knew that we really wanted these ones from IKEA, and Millanote actually has this amazing feature called the web clipper. It allows you to save the images directly from the sites that you're browsing and drag it right into your mood board. The pantry and the island, we're gonna go with these beige lined doors, and you see how these cupboards have little lines? It's gonna give more of a country feel to the home, which I personally really like. And then for the upper and lower cabinets, we're actually gonna be doing white. I love the idea of a two-tone kitchen. For the kitchen hardware, I was kind of going back and forth between black and brass, but I would love to know your thoughts down below. Are you someone who's super into the black hardware with the white cabinets, or would you opt for the brass too? Millanote allows you to add in little to-do lists and columns so that you can make a list of everything you still need to do, track things like spending and expenses. As time goes on, you could check things off the list, and again, just having everything in one place makes the entire project planning so much simpler. Whether you're a filmmaker, writer, interior designer, there's over 100 built-in templates available for any kind of project. Once my boards are done, I just save it as a PDF and I take it with me wherever I go, and I usually print off multiple copies. So I gave one to my electrician, one to the plumber, one to the painter, and then one for the person person who's going to be doing all the demos so that they can really see what my final product is going to look like before they even start. And as I mentioned to you guys, actually, the person who's designing my kitchen and is coming to install my kitchen, he's actually in Canada right now. And we've actually been leaving comments for each other on different elements of the design on what we could possibly do and what we can change. And did I mention Millanote is actually available for free with no time limit. So I'm going to leave a link down below. You can use my link in the description to start your next creative project. Having a visual mood board is one thing, but being able to add your commentary, to-do lists, links, videos, all of that in one space is just such a game changer. I hope I'm going to convert everybody to use it. Are you excited to start the Reno series?
Yes and no. Yes, because we get to start it, but no, because of the amount of work we have to do.
And the amount of money. Cha-ching! Yeah. Well, right now we are heading on over to the house because something I didn't realize that I didn't get a measurement of, because of the fact that we're doing final flooring, we want to change our stairs as well. So because we want to do that, I have to make sure that the floor we're choosing is just as long as the length of each stair so that they don't have to like cut it and put it together. So we're going to go get that measurement right now. And then I think the first place we're going to go to is floor. Yes. Because it makes more sense to choose the floor and then choose our paint color based on the floor, right? As you can see, our flooring right now is like a cherry red. I mean, kind of orange and red. We have multi-tone floors here. I don't like it at all. So we are gonna be changing up the floors. And right now I just wanna grab the length of each of the stairs right here. All right, got what we need. Let's go. All right, we made it to the flooring warehouse. Dang. Oh my gosh. There's already so many options. I don't even know where to start. It's not picking up the colors properly though, but this one is a lot more yellow than you guys see it. It's really pretty. Okay, Egan, do you feel very overwhelmed or is it just me? I'm like surrounded by wooden stairs.
No, because a lot of things I'm not interested in also, like the ones that I like, I know I like, so it's
I
not
think
overwhelming.
The good thing is that me and you have very like similar style. The funny thing is, I don't know if you would have chosen a lot of the stuff if I didn't show you my Pinterest photos.
No, probably not.
But if I show you the Pinterest photos, you're like into it, right? Okay, so we do know that we want vinyl, and basically the great thing about vinyl is that it's 100% waterproof, so you can put it in a kitchen, and it's scratch resistant, which is great, and it's a lot cheaper than hardwood, and it's actually a better floor to put in Florida as well. Obviously, like the coloring here, it's hard to tell, but we are gonna take home a few samples. Egan, right now, let's just go ahead and choose some of our favorites. I'll tell you what, I already know though that I don't like the vinyl that has the lines in between. It doesn't look like super consistent, so I do like the ones where it's very, very seamless. This one is actually really pretty. You don't like the wooden texture of it?
Reminds me of that kitchen that we like, that
the
we
one
saw
that
we didn't like in the end.
Yes, I remember. Guys, you also notice how long these planks are? Like one piece is this entire thing. That's really good because it makes your house look a lot wider and bigger. I'll tell you what, I like want it to look like this when like the light hits it. But right now that we're indoors and it's already so yellow, that scares me that it's gonna be
they can't really tell see what we see right now with this color. Like this is what we see right now. I turned down the color, that's what we see right now.
So I think I'm gonna get a sample for this one also, just to see. Evan, it's just to see. Like samples,
I know.
Samples help. This is so exciting. Yeah, that's too light, right?
That's too light.
I like though that you have your opinions. Like you're okay to say, nah, I'm not into that.
Yeah, I know. If not, I wouldn't be here.
Okay, and this is something that I really wanted to show you that I like. Remember in the other house, we had like the stairs that had like the little nose, which is like a piece, and over time it kind of goes away. What I love is that they actually make the stairs custom. So because of that, it's gonna go over so nicely. It's gonna look like a nice full finished stair, which is very good. I love this one. Is this the same color? I think this is. Is it? Yeah, it kind of looks like it is. Okay, let's grab our samples. Oh, you guys, what a good first experience for choosing stuff. Like, oh my God, they were so nice.
I know.
I mean, they obviously wanted our business, but like, they were just super like, yeah, we'll do this for labor. She even told me, she's like, oh, if you provide the baseboards, like I'll get them installed free of charge. I was like, oh wow, like that's great. I asked her, I was like, oh, is 5 samples too much? She's like, honey, if you want, they'll give you samples of the entire store. But basically we got a couple floor samples already. It's gonna be hard to see right now because the lighting is super bright. So I'm gonna at some point take you guys back to the house with me. We're gonna lay down all the samples on the floor and you can help me choose, because we do have a little bit of time before we make our final decision. And right now, something else that our contractor told us to get is some paint samples, just so we can kind of get an idea of what they may need to order, because we need to order it in excess quantity. So it's pretty much going to be between 2 stores. We're going to check out Sherwin-Williams and we're going to check out Benjamin Moore. A lot of people said Benjamin Moore is a little bit more expensive, but I do know that they have the tones that I want in terms of samples. So we're heading on over there right now, and we're probably going to get like little size samples and paint them out throughout the house to help make our final decision. Alright guys, honestly the thing that I'm like most nervous for is choosing paint colors, because I feel like so many people, you know what they do? They bring samples home, they're like, oh, this color is so beautiful. Then they do it on the wall and all of a sudden it's blue, or it's like pink undertone or green.
That a few times with other people's
I
houses.
know, right? So I'm like so nervous. So we have to make sure to get a couple samples. I did a lot of research. When I say research, I mean TikTok research. And we already know that we are going to be going kind of like with some off-whites. I'm going to look for some of the ones that I know have been the most popular. And then I guess we will go ahead and compare. So I think the easiest way to do this is to to actually grab their pamphlet and compare the colors this way because you can kind of see it on an actual white paper background. I know that White Dove is one that is really popular. The only thing is with White Dove is that I think it's a little bit too creamy, which I am nervous about doing in the space. We've got this one, which is Simply White, the most popular one, and for sure gonna get a sample of this. It does have a slight yellow undertone, but again, we have to sample it and see. And then the one that I know everybody absolutely loves is Chantilly Lace. It's just like a very crisp and clean white. The only thing I'm nervous about is that I don't want it to look too stark and like a hospital. Yeah, Eran here. Now you can see Simply White and Chantilly Lace next to each other.
Yellow.
It's a little bit more yellow, but sometimes I feel like that adds more dimension into the actual home. All right, guys, so here is basically my train of thought. I don't know yet what tones in the house we want to go for, so I decided to go with 3 of like the most popular colors. We've got White Dove, Chantilly Lace, and Simply White. They all have different undertones and different shades in general, so I think we're going to compare these 3 samples next to each other. It'll give us a really good idea of which one to go with. So with these samples, we basically chose one with a cooler undertone, one with a more yellow undertone, and then one that's like a true neutral. Okay, we got our 3 samples from Benjamin Moore. Now we're going to head to Sherwin-Williams. But you know what's insane, you guys? We took these colors outside, and I don't even think you can really tell, but you cannot tell the difference between the 3 shades right now. It just goes to show how important it is to test out paints and lighting, because the tones of the floor, the lighting of the house can drastically change how these are going to look like. So only once we really paint it on can we really tell what's going to suit our home. At least there's like some natural light here so we can actually see what the paint colors look like. Okay, I think we may have to get 3 samples here too. All right, so over here we got 3 shades that are kind of like my top contenders here. There's Greek Villa, Pure White, and then Alabaster, which is a little bit more of a creamy color. Again, a big thing about this is that you have to try it out on a wall in order to see what it looks like. Babe, you see?
I know, honestly I thought it was the same thing, but now that you hold it up like that, it looks like 2 different colors.
Yeah, babe. Like, look.
Yeah,
these
one
2.
is white and one's dark.
So which one do you like better? Or do you want to get both? I think we should get both.
Yeah, let's get both, so whatever. We're already here.
Oh my gosh, it's so crazy how, look, okay, here it looks completely different, but then here they pretty much look the same. We made it back, you guys. It is a couple days later. We have all of the samples. What Erin and I didn't accommodate is the fact that we are about to hit hurricane season right now, apparently. And it's been raining like non-stop. And by the way, you guys, just because of the fact that so many people were like, why are you taking out the pergola? It's not that dark in the house. Should we show them how dark it actually is? This is a very expensive camera and it does a great job. But if I was to show you, this is like the most realistic. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine if I filmed my videos in this kind of lighting? I don't want to live in lighting like this. And you could see the light from outside just like wanting to come in. But if I was to take you guys without changing the camera settings to right over here, where we have an actual window, like look, Eran. Look how different lighting is. It's literally the biggest deal ever. So to give you some updates, we actually already had a contractor come in and kind of mark a couple of the walls. Babe, they're even gonna do the stairs.
Okay, so the thing is that we're trying our best to bring in as much light as possible while increasing our AC bill. But Haley doesn't care. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take out this area of the stairs. I'm assuming including this one too?
Yeah, I think so, because if you open this up, you guys, we actually have this like little storage closet because this is technically a hub that is under the stairs, but Eran came up with a really good idea to help the light pour into our main space here. We kind of wanted to open this up and then kind of have like a see-through staircase situation. We will have some supporting beams, of course, but babe, I think that's gonna look so good if we do that. Then we're gonna have like light pouring in from every area because we clearly love light, clearly. You guys, how cute is my outfit, by the way? Literally feeling so Western right now. This is an entire outfit that I thrifted on my last thrift trip. And the reason Eran actually came is because we are gonna be shooting a little happy birthday reel for me because as I'm shooting this, it is a day before my birthday. My birthday is on June 11th. And honestly, with everything that we have going on in the house, the last thing on my mind has been to like celebrate or do a party or like do anything like that. I feel like this is celebration enough, the fact that we have this place. So I thought it would actually be really funny to do like a little reel kind of saying we have no money left after buying this house. So this is basically how I'm gonna be celebrating my birthday this year. But we are gonna be starting demos this week, and honestly, nothing makes me more excited than that. So this is one happy birthday girl. Well, given the fact that the lighting right now is pretty good, even though it was raining so hard outside, we're gonna lay down all of our floor options. Babe, it's just so hard to actually make a decision because the floor right now is orange. So I want you right now, without being like, this is the one Haley chose, I want you to say which is your favorite.
I don't like this one.
I feel like it's too gray.
Because it feels like, yeah, it's gray. I don't like gray in general.
Okay,
this
so
one looks too like a board you use in a presentation.
A what?
A board, you know, like the board you use in the presentation, like when you have a project.
A cardboard?
The board, that's what you never applied to the fair in school. This one is nice, but I just don't like
the texture of it.
Not that it's texture, it's like light here and it gets dark here.
But I
want a neutral.
Grains wise, this is my favorite in terms of wood look. I just don't love the color. I feel like it's too yellow. Yeah. Oh my god, guys, it is impossible to show you what this looks like in real life. Okay, this is called Mila, and Mila is a beaut. She's a blonde, and she hasn't been through rough times because you can see her grains are pretty clean. And I like the tone. It's not too warm, but it's not pulling gray at all either. But I have all of the boards right now with actually really good direct lighting on them. So let me take you through my thoughts. Here are basically all of the flooring options that I was able to swatch that I was like kind of into. She said that this one was actually the most popular. Surprisingly though, I feel like it's the one that pulls the most gray out of all of them, which I don't love. Plus, if you notice, the sizing of this plank is actually smaller than all of these other ones. I personally love the wider planks. I feel like it looks a lot more expensive. So for that reason, I think this one is definitely out. Now, as much as I'm going to give you guys opinions on the rest, I'm not actually going to take out any of these four because I want your help in determining which one is your favorite, at least for what you see on camera. The Selborne, what I do love is that the grains are actually light. If you could tell, there's some woods that have a lighter white grain, and then there's some woods that have the darker grain. The Selborne one definitely pulls the most yellow. I do feel like if we want to go for more warm tones, this one does look really, really nice. So the tone of this one does pull a little bit cooler, but I do really like the grains. Eran is not the biggest fan of grain at all, but I feel like this one actually is really cool because it's got a little bit of a highlight over there. We've got Mila, which is definitely like the cleanest, simplest choice, just because the wooden grains are like so subtle and the tone is not too yellow, not too gray either. And then finally, Bayside Buff. This was also another popular one. Definitely more of a rustic look, just because of the fact that the grains are darker and you can see more of them. But I do have to admit that I like this like dirty blonde wood color too. All right, perfect timing. The sun literally went away as soon as I finished explaining it to you guys. I also can't wait to update the lighting here because the colors are just so yellow. But comment down below after seeing all of those comparisons. I'm gonna pop them on the screen again. Let me know which is your favorite. Obviously, Eran and I see a little bit differently than whatever you guys see through the camera, and we are ultimately gonna go with our choice. But based on what you are seeing, I would love to know which one is your favorite. And maybe if enough people love a certain one, obviously, it can always influence our decision. Speaking of influencing decisions, sorry guys, there's just so many updates to give you. Okay, a lot of you guys were mentioning about the whole roof situation, and you're like, listen, don't get rid of the pergola because you live in Florida. You're gonna love having something that creates a shade spot for you. And I have to say that I do agree. I do love the concept of having an enclosed area outside, but if it was the option of keeping it as is or not having it, I would rather not have it because I'm the kind of person that like, this is basically what I'm seeing right now, and I cannot live in a dark area like this. It makes me really sad. So my father-in-law, amazingly, actually came up with a really good solution, and if it works out, you guys, it'll make you happy and it'll make me happy too. The windows are like literally sweating from the humidity. But I know that I didn't show you guys much of the backyard. It's because we just don't have much of a backyard. Dang, it is so humid. Okay, I don't know how long I can like show things to you without it getting too foggy, but the roof over here, as you guys can see right now, is opaque. And then surrounding it, everything here is actually netted from like bugs or flies. All right, I had to come back inside because it was just way too humid. But that roof, my father-in-law actually suggested to put like a clear roof panel, and I didn't even think that these things existed, but I saw that they had some at Home Depot. It's a roof panel that actually lets in 90% of the sunlight, but I think it does keep out some of the heat from the sun, which is amazing. So then that way we can have a roof system that can keep it an enclosed area, but it will still let light in because the roof is clear. Isn't that so smart? If any of you guys know anything about this or like know where we can get this roof panel, let me know. But yeah, walking around, you can literally see demo, and then we showed you the staircase, demo. Some of you did have questions about support loads. We are gonna have to leave a little pole over here because it's actually supporting the house. We cannot get rid of it fully. A lot of you guys asked me if I'm gonna be doing the demo myself with Eran. You guys are just so cute that you believe in me so much and you trust me to do something like that, but I cannot risk messing this up. I'm gonna help them with a little bit of the demo, but like we're gonna have professionals do this. And when it comes to the arches, we actually have 2 archways like this that we are gonna be keeping, and we decided that we will be converting them to true arches. So a little bit higher and fully rounded. Ugh, I just think it's gonna look so good. Okay, you guys, little update. You saw that we chose some of the samples for the flooring. When it comes to the painting samples, we are actually having the electricians, he's hearing me talk to myself. They're kind of looking where all the pot lights and stuff are gonna go. So they said that the paint samples is not necessarily a priority until we see what the lighting looks like. Because as much as we could choose paint samples based on the lighting outside, the recessed lighting is definitely gonna have an effect on the tone of the paint. So I actually think in the next vlog is when I'm going to put all the paint samples on the wall. Once we have the recessed lighting in, we can finally finally make a proper decision on which one we're gonna go with. But I am gonna give you a couple little updates. Right now we were discussing where we wanna have all the recessed lights go. It's funny, Canadians call it pot lights. And here, whenever I say pot lights, people have no idea what I'm talking about. But spotlights or recessed lights, we have none of them right now. So of course the space feels very, very dark. You could see right here, there's like little X's for all of the spots. We also have to accommodate for when the wall is not gonna be there anymore, of course. Upstairs, they actually already started to install some of the spotlights. I'm gonna show you right now. I love all the progression of these little updates. I was gone for 2 days because we actually had a Jewish holiday, so I wasn't able to film. This is all that they got done so far. You could see all the spotlights in the bedrooms, in the hallways, and they are marking off the ones that are going to be up here as well. If there was one thing that I told them, I'm like, I film, so I need a lot of light. But even now, like the pot lights are not even in properly, and we have pretty good lighting here, which makes me super excited. Like, look, I'm not going to adjust the darkness as I go downstairs so you guys can actually see how dark it is. But like, yeah, I did not adjust the darkness. This is how dark it is in this house right now. But let me show you a couple other little things that I was thinking to do. First of all, he is going to have to bring some kind of power source here because we will be having the double oven and the pantry cabinets in this area. And then I remembered that I had this little random closet that is in the middle of the stairway. Remember, we are going to be opening this up. This right here is part of the stairs, so we can't do anything about it. I really want to take advantage of this space. So the idea that I had is to get rid of the door, demo all of these shelving out, and kind of make this like an open appliance garage. Here's an inspiration pic of what I was thinking. I saw on Amazon they sell drink fridges for so cheap, and it would save us so much space in the fridge if we had a little drink fridge over here, and then to do like a solid countertop with an outlet in the back, or even like a toaster air fryer. So that is everything we have for today's update so far. I am so excited because tomorrow is Monday and it is officially demolition day. I'm gonna be here in my Haley the Builder outfit, and we're gonna be taking down some walls and just officially opening up the space, taking down the roof of the pergola most likely as well, so we'll actually see what the home looks like once we have some natural light in. Okay, but you guys, I need your help so far. We have to make the floor decision this week, so let me know down below which of the floors is your favorite. So far, everybody I've asked has liked the sample that we chose, but I want to know what you guys see based on the screen. If you are watching up to this point, you are the real MVP. We love the ones that stick around all the way till the end. I love that they have to put up with me, but if you guys are watching up to this point, then comment down below Haley the Builder, because officially tomorrow you're gonna see me in my little outfit and it's gonna be so fun. So comment that down below if you are watching up to this point. And I'm also gonna be sure to go ahead and leave a Millanote link down below for you guys. Remember, it's free. You can use the platform to organize your next creative project and basically just help bring it to life. I love you all forever and always. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one, literally tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow for you, but stay tuned.